What's up, dudes and dudes in the internet? My name's Scyushi, and we're back as more. The Trove. Help me, it's a compulsion. So, right off the heels of my flux duping video, which by the way, I wanted to let you guys know that I kind of clickbait a little bit by saying like flux duping and this and that. It's actually worse than you think. Like the exploit or cheat that allows you to duplicate doesn't just apply to flux. It applies to everything. So a lot of the Gondas that we're seeing on the market, these are not just, oh, people are duplicating flux and they're buying up all the Gondas. No, these are duplicated Gondas. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. The game is just slowly dying because of this. Now, as if that's not bad enough, my good friend Nintendo finally logged into Trove the other day for whatever reason. He opened up the club menu and he noticed something. Do you guys notice it? Look at our Clubits. For a club world that's years old, and we actually have our fixtures set up in such a way that we are making a profit, which means that we can pay the rent every week. So for those of you that don't know, there is this whole fixtures thing that basically gives you these passive buffs in the club world. And if we level any of these up higher than they are right now, we will no longer make a profit from our daily return of Clubits right here, right? So what that means is that over the years, we have slowly saved up thousands and thousands and thousands of Clubits. I don't remember what we were at prior, but turns out that same salty idiot individual that acts like a 12-year-old who ended up getting banned and had a tantrum, they went through all of the top clubs on PC and used another exploit that they knew about, where they don't even have to be a member of the club world to delete all of their Clubits. This game is broken. Like, my God, dude. How can one person have this much power over this game? You know, like, there's a part of me that, like, I'm not even mad about the whole situation. Most of all, I'm just thinking, dang, dude, the devs really got to get on top of this. Like, if this is going to end up, like, if one person can just turn tail and completely flip Trove upside down, like its community, whether it be club worlds or the duplication of flux or just items on the market, whatever, regardless, if one person can do that, then that's actually kind of terrifying, the severe lack of security that this game has in place. You know, like, the most I deal with is people that either are being hateful in the comments or spamming out my live stream chats, or back in the day, we dealt with our handful of haters in the club worlds, and those were some pretty bad times to deal with. But that is something where it's like, okay, one person can have a very, very negative, toxic spreading effect within a community if they inject themselves in properly, okay, whatever. But at least it was just isolated to my community and my club worlds and stuff like that. But this is something that's going unprecedented, you know, like, this is a whole other level of issues. Now, I'm still sitting here scratching my head wondering, but what are the devs actually doing about it? Now, in their defense, basically this whole issue happened over the weekend, which means that none of the devs were in the office. So when they ended up coming back to work, they were just like, oh my God. And they probably thought there's no way that they could shut down the servers and roll everything back before the weekend, because the weekend is when most people get their grind time done. That said, I think that if they were more transparent, as we've talked about many, many times with Trove's entire history, I believe that they need to be more transparent. But I think that if they were more transparent and telling all of us about this issue, here's what they want to do to stop it and deal with it, and they explained to us as if we were human beings, we need to roll the servers back. We're sorry. And then they, I don't know, give us a free dragon effigy or something. I don't know, right? But I think that players would actually be receptive to it, because I think that it would have been difficult for some people to accept, but it's so much better than the alternative, which is what we're living right now, which is nothing. Not a peep. Nothing's been said. Nothing's been mentioned. I'm not seeing any results of what the devs are doing behind the scenes. And I don't know. I guess this video is in a sense trying to call them out, but not in an insulting way and not to criticize them and how they're dealing with it. It's more so like whether or not it's their fault or Gamago's fault. Like this is something that is very negatively affecting the very small Trove community that we already have. And I hope, like the best case scenario of what can end up happening out of this is it makes them realize how many holes there are in the ship, and they start plugging all of those up rather than letting it slowly sink, right? Now, speaking of the ship metaphor, let's jump ship right now to the lifeboat, because I want to talk to you guys a little bit candidly about what's been going on with me behind the scenes, because this whole issue kind of distracted me for a little bit. But you might have also noticed that I have just been completely gone from existence for like a day or two. I mean, most of you don't even notice because I'm so frequently posting videos anyways on the channel. But for those of you that have been wondering, like, where's the stream? Where's the videos? What's going on? I have been changing up my recording setup. So hopefully you haven't noticed any difference, because I changed something with my mic setup. I'll have a video that'll talk about all of that, but essentially I had a big old preamp, and then I had like a Scarlett Solo thing that the preamp would go into so that I could turn my microphone into a USB, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, I have swapped all of that to a tiny little Elgato box, which is the Wave XLR. And so far I was able, it took me like all night to set it up. But on top of that, I also kind of got a little bit, I took the opportunity to rewire all of my computer stuff. So everything is so much cleaner and everything is like so much better. And I've got so much more room on my desk and everything. It's just, it's glorious. But it has taken a toll on my time. Very, very time consuming, especially, when it comes to rearranging computer stuff. So that's where I've been. And I'm hoping like this video is a sort of a test, because this is my first time recording something since my new mic setup. I shouldn't say new mic setup, because that implies that I got a new microphone, which I don't. But with this new setup, I'm really, really hoping that everything just sounds the same and everything's nice and easy and, as seamless a transition as possible. And essentially, I'm going to use this recording as the test, because I'll still have the option of editing a bunch of different settings and stuff like that. And then ultimately, I'm going to hopefully have time to do a live stream today after I post this video. And then that'll be the true test. I'll have to get a lot of actual live feedback from you guys about things. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Smash like, sub for more. Buy the merch you want, support the channel, and have a wonderful day.